Did you know that 1 in 10 people are harmed by inappropriate use of medication every year? Well, now you know. Today, we're discussing a topic that has sadly become the phenomenon. Imagine every day this thing happens, and I'm not even joking. It is self-medication. I am Blessing Oduni, and with me is my co-host.
I am Solomon Ededo.
And then in the midst of this economic hardship, well, imagine individuals are not even able to cater for themselves, like 3 square meal. They're not able to afford it, and you're now coming to tell them, visit the hospital. They'll just look at you and say, what exactly are you trying to tell me?
Are you telling me to spend the money I don't have?
With this economic hardship, healthcare has been jeopardized. Healthcare has been considered of low priority. And it is really sad because self-medication has caused more harm than there's not even good. So it's not than zero, than zero good. It has caused a lot of problems. It was 2 weeks. You have your fair share of the story. My own, it was 2 weeks ago. My best friend and husband came home and he was saying that, okay, so this was the drug I was given. Let me see the prescription. Thank God I have a medical background. I saw 222 instead of 2 and 2. Imagine he did not have anybody to tell him the right prescription. That's how he would have, for Procode, let me read that. For Procode, that's how he would have used a wrong prescription overdose, and it would have cost something else. So we have to beware. I know that so many of us are relying on chemists. Any small thing, headache, visit the chemist. That's what we call it, right? You have to beware. And then what exactly is self-medication? From the word self and medication, you're basically medicating yourself, like you're treating yourself instead of seeking appropriate medical consultation from professionals and people that have been trained to do so.
And you know, one of the problems, like I said in my own case, is you actually misdiagnose. I've been busy, as in 3 whole weeks, treating ulcer instead of malaria. Now, the bad thing about misdiagnosis is you can actually be causing more harm to your system by taking some of these drugs. Like, for example, you are treating hypertension. You're dropping your blood pressure, not knowing that you are doing the wrong thing. So you're actually going into hypertension, thinking you are solving a problem, but you're not. So you're actually doing more harm. So self-medication is actually not helping in terms of misdiagnosis.
Yeah, and then you know, some of us, let me not say some of us because I'm not part of you. Some individuals, well, they engage in overdose and underdose. So overdose has its own risk. Underdose also has its own risk. It was a few weeks ago too that my brother said he was feeling toothache, and because he wanted to write an examination, he kept taking paracetamol in the middle of the night to just suppress the pain. Paracetamol for like 4 times before it was daybreak. What exactly is happening? We really need to consider that this self-medication, overdose or underdose, it has its risk. Overdose can lead to the damage of organs in our body, and then underdose would not even help in treatment at all. It won't even treat the condition at all. So you do not even want to partake in any of them.
And one other thing you need to also look at is the fact that taking some of this medication, your body will build resistance. Your system will build resistance. We used to have, when I was in the health sector, they would say drug resistance drug resistance this. So most of these parasites will over time get used to this particular drug, and then you need something stronger. That's why you see some people, they will say, I'm feeling pain, I need a stronger pain. That's because you have been self-medicating, and your system has now built enough resistance that when you actually need to treat this, your system is no longer taking that treatment again. So what do you need to do to combat, self-medication? Number 1, I will tell you this from personal experience: always insist on tests. If they want to say this is the symptoms you're having, it's good, but tell them to carry out tests. Once they carry out tests, then you can seek alternatives, like use a professional pharmacist. If you feel the doctors will do, you pay for consultation. Many pharmacists now have a professional pharmacist on duty, a licensed pharmacist. So you can give them the test results and then they can prescribe. Number 2 thing you need to do is to make sure you follow the prescription. Don't say these symptoms is still there and I finished the 10 days dose and you want to buy it again to resume.
Don't do that.
Number 3 is you may employ alternative options like lifestyle changes. Regular exercise, ensuring that you're not sedentary can really help solve some of this problem. And then eat healthy food, healthy meal.
We hope this session or this episode has been enlightening, and you would not self-medicate anymore. Tell yourself, hi,
I will
not self-medicate again. And tell
again.
yourself, I will tell my loved one not to self-medicate again. Thank you for joining us on this episode of our 360. I am Blessing Odoni.
And I am Solomon Ededo. Thank you.
Till next time, stay healthy, stay informed.